Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to talk about the string in Python. Okay, let's understand what is string. So it is a collection of characters, right? But in Python, string is a built-in data type that is used to represent the textual data, the data which is in the text format. But how Python will identify that the data is in text format or not? So for that purpose, we can use either single quote or double quote. Both are the valid in case of Python to consider the text. Okay, if you write WebChamp in single quote, even this is also a text, Python will consider that is also text. And if you write in double quote, even this is also considered as a text. Okay, so if you want to create the string, so you can use these to mostly this is the common way to use or to create the text in Python. So it is a sequence of character. Let me Okay. So we can say the string is sequence of character, and you can work with string in various ways, including you can manipulate the strings, you can search the data for the specific words in the string, and even you can do the formatting of text also. Even apart from this, if you want to join the string, and if you want to extract the part of string, slicing of string is even that is possible. So to create the string, we use the single quote or double quote. And if you want to create the multi-line string, so we use triple quotes, either single or double, whatever will be there. But if you want to write the text on the multiple lines in case of Python, so you are supposed to use the triple quotes. So that is the one more way to create the string. Let's see how to create this string. So if I come here and if I create a variable, obviously it's a data structure, but if you want to store the data, we need a variable. So I will say s1 is equal to, here I will say webchamp. Okay. And if you check the type of this, so if you go and see the type of s1 and just try to print this, so this will return us the string type called str. Okay, then I will create another string with the double quote. So that is also type of string. And based on this single quote, double quote, Python will go and identify whether this, meaning the data type of this, so it is of text or not. So only texts are surrounded by single quote or double quote or triple quote. So I will say type of this. So now if I go and if I run this on the console, okay, so let's start the typing of file name, and this is was my file name, Python py space py underscore str dot py. This is what. So here you can see that it is of class str, class str. So this is how we can create the string in Python. Okay, let's say you may want to write something on the multiple lines. So WebJump is the good learning channel for data analysis. So you can learn each and every, meaning everything for the data analysis on this channel. Okay, so if you want to write this on a multiple single line, it is fine. But if you want to write this on a multiple line by any reason, okay, or you may have the more data, so this is not going to work. Single quote, single double quote is not going to work. So we can use triple quotations. It can be a single, it can be a double. Okay, that is even valid. And if you go and if you check the type of this S3, even you can get the output as an str. Let me rerun the code. So you can see that all the three variables of type str. R. Okay, so this is how it is going to work, and we can create the string in Python. So in Python, string is indexed. So it will be very easy to slice the strings based on the indexer syntax. So how the index works? So first character will have the zeroth index. In Python, index always start with the zero. Then second character will have one index. Then third character will have the next index, meaning the second index. Then four, fifth, five. So like this until the last character, it will internally assign the index. And how to slice the data, how to access the data of string. So we can use the indexer syntax. So if I say s3 of, and here if I pass 0, so 0 is the index of w. So it will return us the w. And let me go and print this so that you can see output is w, right? If you want a part of string, okay, so you can use the indexes like this. If I say 0 onwards until the 7, okay, this is what the range, or 8 is the range. If I pass, so it will return me those many number of characters. So it is going to return the so many characters from the string. Okay, so this is how string slicing is going to work. Okay. Even if you want to do the concatenation of string, you can simply use the plus operator to concat the string. So this is what my first string s3, and then I will create the another string as a s2, and here this is webchamp, this is webchamp channel. Okay, like this, any string, any string is fine, any kind of data will be fine there. Okay, even though you have numbers in the these two double quoted form. Okay, so that will be also considered as an text. And if you want to join this, so you can simply say s1 plus, sorry, s3 plus s2, or s2 plus s3. Okay, however is good for you. So this will combine the data of, meaning the text of these two variables. Let's run this code, and now you will see that this is the webchamp channel, and webchamp is a good Google. Okay, it's Google. Okay, I should say good. Okay, so it's a good learning channel for data analysis. Okay, so now, so this is what the concatenation you can perform very easily with the help of this. Let's say you may want to multiply the string, so you can multiply. Okay, it will get repeated so many times. So if I say s2 into 3, so this will get repeated thrice. And if I say print, now let's run this. So these kinds of operations you can perform. So this says this is a webcam channel. Again, it will start with this is webcam channel, and again it will start with this is webcam channel. Whatever the string I have, that is getting repeated for so many times by multiplying this. Okay, so these kinds of operations we can perform very easily in case of Python with string. So slicing, we are done. Then there is something called escape characters. Let's say you have a string with the double quotation, and you may want to uh, have the output as an webcam should be complete, meaning webcam should be covered by the double quote. Okay, or it should be in the double quotation as an highlighter. Okay, and if you try to print this, Python will throw error for this, because these characters, see, your outer string is surrounded by the double quote, and if you add the double quote, this is invalid. But anyhow, if you want to add something to this, this is, I mean, this is whatever I'm saying is applicable for the single quote also. So you need to use the escape character, which is called backward slash. Okay. And if you add this, so Python will consider that this is what you wanted to add before and after the web jam. And instead of throwing the error, okay, if I do not add this, you can see that it will throw error. Okay, it is not saved. That's why. Okay, so this kind of error you will get as an invalid syntax and all. So if you use the backslash here as an escape character, so you will not get any error here. Okay, so now this is valid. Earlier I saved with this data with the backslash and then edited, but it did not save. That's why it worked at this line. Okay, fine. So this is how escape characters we can use in the string. Even not only this, but if you want to uh, have the next text on the next line, so you can use backslash followed by n. If you want to add the space of tab, you can use backslash followed by t. Okay, and return carrier you can use if you write backslash followed by r. So whatever the content after the r you will write, that will be the next line starting point. Okay, this is how the escape characters are going to work in Python string. So as and when situation comes, we need to use the appropriate one. Now there is something called string interpolation in Python. Obviously, the requirement is that you can concatenate the two strings by using plus operator, right? Very easily you can do this. Okay. Even if I go and if I run this, you can see that yeah, your output is very much good. But let's say here I have a s2 as a number. What will happen? So it throws error that unsupported operand style for plus int plus str you cannot use. Meaning you cannot combine the two different types of data using plus operator. But what is my requirement is that I would like to combine this. Okay, I would like to combine these two values. Meaning, what you need to do is you need to convert this value into the text, and you need to insert. Or there may be a requirement that you may want to insert the any variables value in between the string. Okay. So there is way, and that is what the string interpolation. So let's say I will say 100%. Okay, and here I'm going to do something like this. Okay, let's skip this. We'll do differently. Okay. So let's say webchamp is stored into the another variable. And here I would like to add the webchamp in the S3, meaning S2, I want value of S2, I would like to insert into the S3. So this is the string in which I have to insert the value of S2. Okay. So now what we will do, we will use the format method. We can use the format method, or even we can use the string formatting, the interpolation option, that is what shown here. So let's say what format method does. So if you have number, any kind of data will be supported, okay, by the format method. It's not like that you can only use that with the number and all. So I'm going to use here to make the meaningful statement webchamp is using, but it's not like that. You can use the any other type of variables also to insert that data into the string. Okay, so here what I will do, I will say s3 dot format. Okay, and here I'm going to pass the s2, but where this value get inserted. Okay, format method is used to insert the data, any other data, meaning the external data, other type of data into the text. But how? So whenever you use the format method, you need to use the curly bracket. So this curly bracket is an indication for the coming values from the format method. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. Now what I will do, I will go and I will run this code, and now you can see the output Okay, sorry, I'm not printing anything. So I will print S3. Okay. And now let's run the code. So here you can see that this is what the good channel, but yes, the whatever the formatting I'm doing here is not working, right? S3 dot format. And I supposed to modify the S3 is equal to, right? Because this method, you can see that this is going to return us the text. Okay, this is going to return, meaning the output of this method we need to save somewhere, or either in the S3, and then we can use. So there are many ways. Even it's not like that. Okay, you can use the directly this format method here on the text itself. Now let's run this. So you can see that webchamp is inserted. Even I used only S2 as a variable, right? So this is how what the another variable's value can be inserted into the text. If you want to do this without the creating new variable and so you can use the format method here and you can pass yes to here. Okay. So now again you will get the same output. So webchamp is a good learning channel. Instead of this, you may want to add the data of number types. So since last 2 years, okay. So I would like to add the number of years here. Okay, so I will use the years and I will create new variables as a S1. S1 is of, I will say 2. Okay, fine. So I will give the comma and I will use S1 here. Okay. So now we have two variables. Whenever you have two variables or two datas in the format method, you are supposed to have the two curly brackets in the string also, or text data also. Then and then only it is going to work. Now let me run this. So it makes the meaningful statement that webchamp is a good learning channel for the data analysis since last 2 years. Okay. Okay, this is fine. So this is how we inserted. Let me change the order now. What will happen? Okay. So if I say S1, comma, S2. Okay, this is what my new data in this order. So does it affect anything or not? Yes, it will affect. So 2 is good learning channel for the data analysis since last webchamp year. Meaning the way you have created the curly brackets for the variables, you can pass those variables directly in the same way. Meaning if you are S2, if you want the value of S2 is to be stored here in the first curly bracket, you can pass S2 as a first in the format. Then you need not to worry. If you don't want to maintain the order, then you are supposed to consider the index. Okay, so here again, whatever the values you will pass in the format method, that will be considered as a tuple and it will have the index. Okay, and the index will be inserted in this text sequentially. So if you want to insert this data by index, so you can use. So second item will have 1 index, first item will have 0 index. So S1 is nothing but integer type value, that is of 2, and then S2 is webchamp. Okay, that should come here. So by using index also you can achieve these things. And if I execute this, so you can see that now it is giving me the correct output as I want. So either you can use index. If you don't want to use the index, what you can do, you can pass the variables here in the sequence the way you have created, meaning for what value you have created the brackets here in the text. Accordingly, you are supposed to pass the data. Okay, this is what the first way of string interpolation. Okay, then let's say you don't want to use the format method. Okay, even that is also possible, but how? So you are supposed to do like this. Just write f before the string, and here you are supposed to pass the value. So I will pass the s2 and pass the s1. Okay, even in this way, if you write by using this string interpolation option, this is what actually the string interpolation. Otherwise, the whatever we have seen so far is just formatting. And okay, I'm not printing the string, so I will say print s3. Okay, here also you can see that this way is also able to, meaning we will be able to insert the data of variables into the string. Okay, so this is what nothing but string interpolation or string formatting. So now we have some methods, some common methods on the uh, string to perform something. Okay, and if you go here, I will create one new text. It should be a meaningful text. Okay, so now we are going to do something else. We are going to see the different types of uh, functions we can use. WebChamp is, I will say, good learning channel for data analysis on YouTube. Okay, fine. So this is what the content I have, or this is what the text I have. Let's say I may wants to have this text in the capital letters, meaning all should be in the block letter. So you can use that. So if I say s1 dot capitalize, if you use the capitalize, so this is going to return the literal string. Okay, return a capitalized version of string, and this is going to return the okay. But now what you can do, you can try to print the s1. Okay, and let's see whether it is affecting or not. If it doesn't show anything affected, so webcam is good learning channel. Okay, so this is not meaning here it is not going to modify the existing string. Instead of that, what it is going to do, it is going to return a new string. So I will say yes is equal to, and I'm going to store the modified result into the variable called yes. And now if I run this, okay, the issue is capitalize going to make the first character have uppercase and rest lower. That's fine. We already have the our text in that format. Okay, let me convert this to the small one, and now you will be able to see the output. Okay, here, so it is automatically making this as a capitalize. Only first character will be affected by this capitalize method. If you want to do all the characters, so you can use the upper method. Okay, you can use the upper method, and this will convert your entire string into the uppercase. Right? So this is how we can use. If you want to do the transformation into the lowercase, you can use the lower method also. Everything will be in small scale. So this is about the capitalize. Even there is something called title. If you use the title method, so let's understand what does this. So more especially word starts with uppercase character, and all remaining case characters have the lowercase case character. Okay, so meaning for each word it is going to make the first character as a capital. Okay, by using the title. So you can see that WebChamp is good learning channel. So for each word, first character is capital. Okay, this is what the title method we can use. Then if you want to use the swap case, so you can use the swap case. Okay, if your text is in uh, only small case, then you can use swap case. So it will be transformed into the lower case. If it is in uppercase, so it will be transformed into the lower case, and accordingly, meaning if you have a data which is in capital letters, it will be in small case. So swap case is another way. Here you can see that here I have only W in capital block, which is in the small letter here. Otherwise, so this is how case of text can be swapped using swap case. Okay. Then you may want to uh, take the count of any specific item. So let's see how this is going to work. So if I say count, and here you can see pass the text. So that text, how many times that text is appearing in this is something I'm going, meaning it will return. Okay, so I'm just using is, how many times is appearing in my string. So this is going to give me the count. Okay, so it is twice. How you will say, okay, here it is, but there is one more is in analysis, so it will consider, okay, accordingly. Okay, then next method is, if you want to check whether your string starts with webchamp or not. So in that case, there is method called stars with, and here if I say webchamp, so this will return the boolean output. Here you can see that it is a boolean type. Okay, here return type is shown here as a bool, so it will return you the true and false only. So true webcam, meaning the string is starting with the webcam. Okay, let's say you may want to check this is ending with YouTube or not. So you can use the ends with method, and here even you are getting the boolean output as a true, because our string is ending with the YouTube word. Okay, so these are the operations. Okay, not only this much, let's say you may have the space around this. So if you want to remove the space, if you want to do the trim operation, so what you can do, you can use the strip. Here in case of Python, we have a method called strip, and this method is going to help us to remove the white spaces around the string, meaning at the uh, leading and tailing side. So it will remove the spaces from both the side. Okay, now if you want to search something by using find method, so you can use the find method also. So if you pass the string here as an good, so it will return the integer number, meaning the index at what position that string is exists. What are the content, meaning what I passed here, good is exist at 15th index. So you can see that from this 3 and then 8, 11, 11, 13, 14, 15, okay, and 16. So 16 meaning index of 15. From 15th of index, it is going to start. Okay, so it's up to you how you understood, but yes, so if I say anything about this, so first three character will have three indexes, then it will three indexes, meaning second three characters, second index, 11 character, 15, 16 number of characters are there, and we will consider that this is what the 15 index. So index is always less than 1 by the number of characters in any case. Okay, then you may want to get the given same kind of output by using the index also. You can check whether what is the index of good and all in the text. Okay, so this is how we can perform the operations. You may want to replace something, so you can replace. Okay, if I go and if I use the replace method, so old string, what is my old string? So if I say good is my old string, you need to add the new string by comma, and what is the string? Okay, so here I will say very good. Okay, this is what I'm going to add. And now if you print S3, you will see that webchamp is very good learning channel, right? So it is able to replace the data. Even there is something called a split. If you want to split your string, you can split. Okay, by specifying the characters by which character it should get split. So if you use the split method, it is going to return as the list. Return type is here, you can see that return type is list, and it is a literal string. So here you have to pass the separator, and I passed the space as a separator, so you will see the output. It is going to return me the new list with the, meaning it will split the string at specific instance and convert that item into the list, all the items as a list. Okay, so this is what the use of. Then there are few information if you want to check your string is alphanumeric or not. or is decimal, is digit, is lowercase, is uppercase, is space. Okay, so if you want to do this kind of verifications, you can use these methods. Okay, you can try by your own. So alphanumeric meaning alphabetics plus numerical values should be there in the string. If you go for is alpha, so if that string contain the numerical value, it will say false, meaning all these methods from is num onwards, all these methods are going to return as the boolean value only. Just try to do this. This is very simple task, and this is all about the string in Python. So if you like the video, please subscribe the webcam, and do not forget to share this video with your friends so that they can also learn. And thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Please do not forget to subscribe webcam once again. Okay.